Hello everyone, welcome back to this video. I am Kaustubh Bhavsar. I am in my last year of computer engineering, and under the playlist of DevOps, I am presenting you with the second video of Git and GitHub tutorial. So if you haven't watched the earlier tutorial of Git and GitHub, you should go and watch that because it was very beginner friendly, and in that tutorial we covered all the basic theoretical as well as some basic command part of Git and GitHub. So I am Kaustubh and Dr. S. A. Jain sir is my capstone project guide, and under this series of capstone I am like presenting you the complete DevOps, and in that I am covering all the DevOps tools as well. So we are here in second tutorial of Git and GitHub, and in this tutorial we will be mostly covering the advanced part. So advanced part means I will be trying to cover the branching concept, different kind of branches in GitHub. Then I will try to cover the like conflicts, how to resolve the merge conflicts, then reverting the changes and all other important things. So in last video we covered all of this part, and now we are on hands-on demo part 2. So before starting our demo, I would just like to conclude everything what we have summarized in for like the earlier video and this video. So Git generally help us to track and manage our code, while GitHub is a platform where we actually store our repositories so that other developers can access that, and it is essential for DevOps workflow. So how and why it was discussed earlier in the video, and more tutorials will be coming soon. So now without wasting time, let's get started with the hands-on on demo part 2. So now, like if you remember in last video, we have covered the first part, which is creating, like we had a remote Git repository, we cloned it in our local machine and we changed that. Now we are going to cover the second part, which is project is in our local and we are going to push it to GitHub. This is generally all the students are going to do. We are creating one project, then we are going to push the project to GitHub. So for that, I have this Git tutorial folder created. In that I had my demo one, which I displayed you in my last video. Now I'll just create a new folder, which will be demo 2, and now I will just open it using my VS Code. So I'm trying to open the VS Code, and you can see I have Git tutorial folder open. In that I have demo 2 already created. So now what I can do is I have my terminal as well as open here. So just on this I'm clicking on this drop down of demo 2, but demo 2 does not have anything. So I'll just close this terminal as well, and I will open a new terminal. So now you can see in my new terminal I am on Git tutorial. So I just need to move to my demo 2. So I will use cd demo 2. I am in my demo 2. Now I will show you what are the files under this. So if I'll use ls, there is no file. For just demo purpose, we will once again move to demo 1. I'll show you. So in demo 1, if I'll use ls, it is going to show me demo 1 as a folder created. But if I am going to use ls hyphen hyphen 4, so it is going to tell me what are the hidden files here. So now exactly it is giving some issue. Okay, we will just leave this command, but the important thing is like it has the particular hidden file there. So if I will open that in my uh, like file manager, you can see in demo 1 I have this dot git file as well. So this is a hidden file. Now if I'll move to demo 2, I will just switch to here and cd demo 2, and I will clear my terminal again. Okay, so I am currently in my demo 2. If I'll use ls, there is nothing because it is empty. Now what I will do, I will create one file here. For example, I created one file which is my index.html. So this is not a development tutorial, but I'll try to use the development thing here. And then we have style.css file. So I just uh, mistyped that. I'll rename it to style.css. Okay, so in index.html, here I'm just going to add one h1 here. So this is my Git tutorial. Okay, so now I am in my demo 2, and like I have created my project. Suppose you are a student and you are working on this project. So you created your project, but now how you can bound this project to your Git and GitHub? So here if I will use git status command, which I have discussed earlier, it is going to give me error. So the error is not a git repository because we have not created any git repository earlier. What we are going to do, we just clone the repository on github, so that's why there was a repository and we were used to, like, we were allowed to use the git command, but now there is no reference of git given here because we have created the folder. There is no reference of git or github given till now. So now what we can do, if our project is created on our local and now we are going to push that to remote, so first I have to create my local repository. And how I can create that? Here comes a very important git command. I will use git init. Now you can see it has initialized a empty git repository here. So now the all file structure can be treated as a git repository. Now if I am going to use git status as my command, it will tell me I have no commits till now and I have this untracked 2 files. So what we are going to do, if we have untracked files, git add dot, these are the commands covered in earlier lecture, so you can just make sure you are like watching that as well. So now git add dot, now we have added that. So again checking git status, it will show me like this changes can be committed now. So I am going to commit git commit -m and my message is initial commit. So I just have my initial commit. Now I will again use git status. Now you can see I am on my master branch and there is nothing to commit and working tree is clean. So git is generally storing this all things in a file in a like type of a tree structure. So one important thing I wanted to discuss is the difference between main and master. What is exactly the difference? You might have noticed in demo 1, I'll just open a repository for you. This is our GitHub. So in demo 1, if you remember, lastly, I have my main branch here. But now if I will check on my local machine, I can see master. So this is a difference. The difference is on GitHub, if you are creating a repository, it has normally or default branch called as main. Earlier it was also master, but it is now changed to main. So if you are creating on remote, which is your GitHub, it is going to give you main. But if you are creating it on your local, it is giving you master. So there is only difference of name, but this difference can lead us to big misunderstanding. So how we can clear that, I am going to like cover that part as well. So the first thing you understand, like you created empty repository, you added and you committed your changes. Now you can how you can like how you are going to commit all the changes, like add the reference of all this local into remote. So for that you have to create a remote repository which will be your empty repository. So for that I can do is I will create a new repository from here and I will give that repository as name demo2. So I'm not going to add readme file here because there is no readme file in my local. I will create this repository. So earlier if we are going to create a clone a repository, there was some code or some files were there, but now you can see this is completely empty repository. Now I am going to add this empty repository to my local so that whenever I am going to push anything, it should come into this. So for that I will copy this command. And yes, for the for you guys I have created one text file as well, which has all the commands of git and github. I have created that as well, git commands.txt. I will try to add this into my description. So now coming to VS Code, I want to make sure that these changes are visible on my remote as well. So what I am going to do is, first thing, if your repository is connected to another repository or not, how you are going to check that? You are going to use git remote space git remote -v. Okay, now it is telling me that I don't have any repository connected. So how I can add git remote add origin and I will paste the link, enter. So now if I am going to check again git remote -v, now it is going to tell me I am now connected with my remote repository. So now you understand, if I am going to push anything right now on my main branch, it is going to display at that point. But one more thing, my branch name is master on local and on my remote, it is main. So what I will do, I will just rename the name of my current branch which is on my local. It is not so much confusing, but it is very important. So just listen carefully. What is the issue? On remote it is main, on local, on my VS Code it is master. So I am just going to rename the master to main. For that, branching concept come into the role. So till now what we covered, I created empty repository, I added that repository. But now branching concept start. So to know on which branch we are currently, we are going to use get branch. So you can see I just have only one branch master. So if I want to rename this branch, what I can do is get branch. Uh, the exact command is get branch and hyphen m and then the new name. So get branch hyphen m and the new name is main. I entered that. Now again, if I'm going to check git branch, so earlier you can see on git branch it was telling me I have master only. So now on this git branch I can see main. Why it is main? Because I renamed my master to main. So now the like soothing or the important thing, a relievable thing is like on my you can see on my remote I have my branch as main. Okay, and on my local also I have my branch as main. So now I will just use git push. If you are doing one time first time, just use hyphen u, git push hyphen u origin main, enter. Now you can see it is going to push the changes. Yes, branch main is set up to track origin main. Origin is something, you can just think it as a name of my remote repository. It can be anything, but for a good practice you just need to use origin because it is a standard practice to use. And if you are going to work in any kind of company, mostly they will be using origin. So I'm just demonstrating using origin. So now you can see I am just going to refresh this, and as soon as I'll refresh that, you can see index.html and style.css is here. So you understand what is how we are connecting our local code to remote. This is also covered, and how we are going to uh, clone a remote repo and change that. This is also covered. So I'll just close this text file. Now the important part is branching. So now in branching concept, what is first, I'll just tell you what is need of branches. Suppose if we are working in a big company, so each and every task is divided into different kind of tasks. So a big thing is divided. So I am working on big project. So I am working as a front-end developer. So I'll create a separate branch for front-end. If anyone else is working on a backend, he or she will be creating a different branch for backend. So now suppose in front-end also I'm working on two features. So if there is a website of employee management system, so I'm working on employee dashboard. So I will create a separate branch of employee dashboard. And my friend, the fellow developer, is working on admin dashboard. So he'll create a branch of admin dashboard. The reason is if we are using the same branch, I need to stop until the other developer completes his or her work. So this is the issue. So if I'm working on something, I can create my different branch. If other developer is working on something, he or she will create their different branch. And at the last, we will merge both the branches so that there should not be any issue and each and every person can work at their different pace. So for that, you can also see from here I can access my branches. But till now I just have only one branch created, main. So to create a new branch, the command is I will clear the terminal first. The command is git checkout. Checkout means we are checking at that particular branch. So we are checking out. You can just take an example of a hotel room. You check out your hotel room. So this is how we are checking out the current branch and we are moving to new branch. So but if I am going to add hyphen b, it means I am creating a new branch. So my new branch, suppose I am going to give it the name as, suppose I am going to give the name as branch 1. Git checkout branch 1. So now it is telling me switch to a new branch which is my branch 1. Now if I'm going to use the branch git branch command, it is going to tell me I have two branches. One is main branch, one is branch number 1. Now I am on my branch 1 because you can see it is visible in green. So I just changed one thing. I added a paragraph tag here and I made a change branch 1. I save that. I just use git status. I use git add dot. I committed it by using git commit -m branch 1 initial commit. Okay, I committed that. Now I'm going to push this to my branch. But you can see I don't have any branch created here. I just only have main. So I want this branch one also to present at my remote. So for that I will use command git push origin. So at the time of pushing main we were using git push origin main, but now we are pushing on branch one. So git push origin branch one. Okay. Now you can see I have new branch, and now important and very fascinating thing about it is in index.html I have these two lines. On which branch? On branch one. So on branch one I have these two files, but I will, if I'm going to go on my main branch again by using git checkout main, I'm not using -b here because I'm not creating new branch, I'm just switching my existing branch. So I am now on main branch. So git branch, you can see now green is main. So you can see as soon as I switched my main branch I don't have that second line. So this is beauty of git. That is how the things are working. And as soon as I will come here, you can see in section main, under main, I just need to refresh it once again. So yes, under main I can now see my branch, which is main as well and branch one as well. You can see branch one. So I can now switch to branch one here. So this is the concept of creating branches and working with branches. Now you might have thought that I created a branch but I don't need it, so how I can delete that? So for that I will teach you how you can delete that. For that I'll just create a dummy branch. So git checkout -b dummy. This is my dummy branch. I will use git branch. You can see I have three branches now: branch one, dummy, and main. I want to delete this dummy branch. So I will write the command as git branch. So -b for creating and -d for deleting, and my branch name which I wanted to delete. But it is going to give me the issue. Let's see why is the issue. So now, as I told, it is giving me error. Cannot delete branch dummy used by work tree because we are currently on the same branch. So if I am going to delete the same branch on which I am working, so where I will be going? This is issue. So if I want to delete a particular branch, I need to check out to a different branch. So for that, I will check out to git checkout branch one. I just switched my branch. Git branch. You can see I am on my branch one. Now I can delete my branch dummy branch. So what I can do, I'll just first clear terminal. You can see git branch. I am on my branch one. I am going to delete dummy branch. So git branch -d and dummy. Now it is going to tell me the message deleted branch dummy. Okay, so again git branch. I just have only two branches here. So this was the concept of branches. I just covered this part. Now merging. This is very important part. So whenever we are going to create a branch, the ultimate aim is to merge the both branches so that we are going to access the different kind of features and we are going to reduce the time. So how I am going to merge the branches. So now I am on my branch one. You can see I have this branch one created here. So now if I am going to get checkout main, just look at these two lines here. Okay, I am on my branch one. I have this paragraph tag as branch one. I just switch to main. Okay, I just missed type that. Get check out main. Okay, I am on my main. I just don't have this thing. So what I am going to do is I want to merge that part here on my main. I too want that paragraph tag on my main. So for this, there are two ways. One way is you can do it in your editor, and the other way is you can do it using GitHub UI. So I'll just tell you one important part before I'm going to display you the merge thing. So see, if you want to check what is difference between two different branches, what you are going to do, if you just want to check what is difference between branch one and branch main. So just do one thing. I'll just clear it for you. CLAR. Okay. So now I am on my main branch. I want to see what is difference between main branch and branch one. So I will just write a command get def and the another branch name. So this is going to tell me what is my difference between my current branch and this branch. So current branch is main and different branch is branch one. It is going to tell me what is exact difference between both two. I entered that. So it is going to tell me that in my different branch I have this, but in my main branch I don't have this particular line. So this is the issue. So now I wanted to merge both. For that I'll just tell you two ways. The first one, the first way I just written here as well. uh, I'll just tell you the second way first, which is creating a PR. So what is PR? PR is a pull request. Pull request is very important part. Suppose you are working in a company and you have added or changed something in your code. You have created a separate branch, but is it really legit or is it really valid? Have you made the correct changes? It should be validated by someone. So you will create a PR. PR means pull request. You are requesting the other branch person or the other branch senior developer, anyone, that please pull my code. So what are exactly changes in your code? You can compare from here. So I here you can see pull request. I will just click on that, and here I can see new pull request. I'll click on that. So I will compare my main branch with my branch number one because I just have these two branches. If you have multiple branches, you can do that. Now I can see I am able to merge these two branches, and I can see uh, the difference between two branches. So if I have changes in n number of files, all the files will be displayed here. But currently I just have change in one file, which is my index.html. So what is the scene is in my main I have this code, and in my branch one I have this code. You can see this green thing means plus means this thing is added. So this thing is added in my branch too. So I am going to create a pull request for this. I can just add description, what I have changed, what is my title of that thing. So I'll just add a title, my first PR. I'll just add description is added p tag in branch one. You just need to be very sensitive and clear while writing these things, as you are going to work in a company. So now create a pull request. So now as soon as it is going to create a pull request, it is checking whether we are going to merge it automatically. So now you can see this branch has no conflicts with base branch, because in base branch we have not changed anything which is there in second branch. So I can just merge and pull this request. So now I am only the owner of both the branches. I can create a merge pull request. So before merging, you can just see, I'll just now merge. It will ask me whether I'm confirmed. So I'm confirming this merge as well. So you can see pull request successfully merged and it is closed. So now I'm coming to my code. You can see I am on my main branch and index.html. I can see this paragraph is added here. How we added that? Because we merged our second branch into our main branch. And how we merged it? By using pull request. But now if I will go to my VS Code, I'll just tell you I am on my main branch. Okay, I am on my main branch, but I am not able to see the changes here. Why not see, I'm able to see here? Because I have not pulled the latest code. So whenever I'm going to change anything, before that I need to be very sure that I am on my latest branch. So for that I will use git pull origin main. I pulled that part. Here you can see it is automatically added. You understood one thing, how the branching concept works, how to create a branch, how to delete a branch. After that I just told you how to merge branches using git interface. Now I'll tell you how you can do it by using your VS Code. So now both the branches have same thing. What I am going to do is I am just going to add one more paragraph tag, main para. Okay. Git status, git add dot, git commit hyphen m para added in main. I added this in main. I committed this. I'll push that. Git push origin main. Okay, all set from here. Now I'll move to my feature one. I'll move to my branch one. So git checkout branch one. I'm on my branch one. Now you can see I don't have that part. So now I will use the first. I'll clear the terminal for you. Mistyped it again. Okay, clear. I will type git branch, which is going to tell me on which branch I am right now. I am on my branch number one. Okay, so I am on my branch one. Now I want to merge my main branch into this branch number one. So how I can merge that? I will first check what is the exact difference. So git diff main. So why I write main here? Because I am on my branch number one. I want to check what is difference between my current branch to my different branch. So I entered it. It is going to tell me this is something which is added here. So I will just write git merge and main because I am on my branch one. I am going to merge it main. Okay, you can see it is merged here, but it is not pushed. So I'll just use git push origin branch one. It is now pushed as well. So you understand the thing. We created two separate branches. I changed something in branch one. I tried to merge that branch into another branch by using both things. First, I told you how by you can do it by creating your PR. Else, you can do it by creating like by using your VS Code terminal. So now I will clear everything for you again. Now I covered this part as well. But now the major part comes into the role. Merge conflicts. How you are going to handle the conflicts. So suppose I am going to tell you by example. Git branch. Okay, you are on your branch number 1. So you added one h1 tag is merge conflict example. Okay, you used git status, you added the file, then you git committed commit -m conflict example. Okay, now I'll just push that as well. Git push origin branch one. I just mistyped that. Git push origin branch one. Okay, it is pushed. So I'll just copy this thing. Okay, and I am going to go on my main branch. So git checkout main. I'm on my main branch. I'll clear terminal for you again. Clear git branch. So I am on my main branch. You can see I just have 3 lines here, but on my different branch, branch number 1, I had my 4 lines. What was the fourth line? This was the fourth line. So I'll just change that h1 tag to paragraph tag here on my main and merge conflict example main. Now you can observe these are two completely different parts. So I'll use git status, git add dot, git commit -m merge conflict example main branch, git push origin main. So just try to understand. I am on my main branch. On my main branch I have this content. The first 3 lines are similar. On last line I have paragraph tag and the text is merge conflict example main. But have I pushed that? Yes, I pushed. So but on my branch one, if I'm going to see what is on my branch one, you can see on my branch number one inside index.html I have the first line similar with my main, but here I have h1 not p and merge conflict example. So now these are the two different things. So suppose if I'm tried to merge both the things now, this my branch number 1 with my main branch, the issue is Git is not able to understand what exactly Git should put on line number 12, because on main branch I have this paragraph tag on line number 12, while on my branch number 1 on line number 12 I have a h1 tag. So Git is now confused. Git is not able to understand what Git should use or Git should keep between the two changes. So here we have conflict because on the same line we have two different code, and Git now at its own is not able to check which code to put at itself. So for that we will encounter a merge conflicts. So now I am going to change my branch again to branch one. I will use git checkout branch one. Okay, I am on my branch one. I will use git clear. Okay, git branch. You can see I am on my branch one. Now I am going to use git diff main. Now it is telling me that this is a minus line, like this line is not present on my main, but this is the additional line which is present in my branch one. Now if I'll try to merge this, git merge, I am on my branch number one, so I will add git merge main. So you can see VS Code is a smart editor. It told me that auto merging index.html, I have a conflict, merge conflict in index.html. Why conflict is there? Because it is not able to understand which changes to keep. So automatic merge failed because we Git is not able to understand. So Git is telling us fix conflicts and then commit the result. So now the good way is, if you want to accept the changes, these changes are coming from the another branch. These changes are coming from the your branch one, and these are the changes from different branch. So these are your current branch, these are your changes from different branch. So if you want to accept the incoming change, you can do that. Accept both change, you can also do that, or accept the or compare the changes. This is currently going to do. So if suppose I want to keep both the changes, so I'll just enter from here. First you need to remove such unnecessary part. I removed that part, I removed this part, I removed this part. I want to use both these lines in my code. So what I did, I just kept both the lines. Now you can see I have white dot, so I just save this. Then I will use git status. It is telling me index.html is modified. Git add dot, git commit -m, and what will be my message now? Conflict is resolved. Okay, you can see. And now I'll just use git push uh, origin. I am on my branch number one. Okay, I hope you understand the things, because there was a difference. In my branch one I had this kind of h1 tag, on my main I had this. But what I did, I just added both the changes manually here. And now if I am going to switch to my main branch, git checkout main, and I'll try to compare git difference with my branch one, so it is going to tell me this difference as well. But now it is not going to give me any kind of merge conflict, because I have already resolved the conflict on second branch. So I can just git merge my branch one here, and it is not going to give me any kind of error. I'll just use git push. Okay, so I push that. So this is how you are going to resolve your conflicts by using your editor. The another way is you can resolve your conflicts on PR as well. I'll try to demonstrate that part also. So just check. I am on my uh, GitHub, and you can see I have these two files added here. I am on my branch one. If I'll switch to main branch, I too have these two files added here. So this is how we are going to resolve the conflicts. Now I'll tell you how you can resolve the conflicts by using your PR thing. So clear the terminal first, use git branch to see which branch you are. I am on my main branch. I added one h1 tag here as main. I added the changes. I committed the changes. Git commit -m new conflict example. Okay, I added that. Git push. I push that into my main. I'll switch to now different branch, which is my main branch one. So git checkout branch one. Yes, I'm on my branch one. I'll clear terminal for you. In branch one, there I have added h1. So here I will add paragraph tag, which is my, and I'll try to add branch one. I just save that. Git add dot git commit hyphen m conflict example on branch 1. I added this commit. I pushed origin branch 1. Okay, now you can see I am on my branch 1. I have this paragraph tag as v1, and in my main, I'll refresh this. In my main I have h1. So now again the similar thing, Git will not be able to do it by its own because we have two different things written on line number 14. So for this I'll just create a pull request and tell you how you can do by using GitHub UI. So I have created pull request comparing my main branch with branch number 1. Okay, you can see here I don't have anything, and here I have. Okay, so is it pushed or not? I just need to check. Git status, uh, git branch. Okay, I am on my branch number 1. So I think it is pushed. I just need to check it for once again. I'll switch to my code base once again. Go back, come to code section, and here in my main I'll just try to check what is my index.html. So I have this h1 tag on my main, and in my branch I have this paragraph tag. Okay, so now I am good to go with creating a PR. I am going to create a PR here, comparing my main branch with my branch number 1, and create a, you can see you can't automatically merge. So what is the issue? Create a PR. I'll tell you. uh, Conflict example on GitHub UI. Okay, creating a pull request. So as soon as I have created pull request, you can see it is now going to tell me you're not able to merge it automatically because this branch has conflicts and that must be resolved. So the one ways you can do it by using your VS Code editor, else you can just go click on this resolve conflicts. This is not an ideal way to do this. If you have very small changes, you can do it from here, but on working with the large companies, large databases, large code base, you need to follow the second way. So same thing, remove this part, and remove this part as well. You want both the changes, so just mark it as resolved, commit your merge, and you are now good to go with your changes. So now you can merge your changes because there is no conflict. So merge pull request, confirm merge, and you can see pull request successfully merged and closed. Coming to my code base, and again making sure I am on my latest, so git branch, as I merge my changes there, I'll use git pull origin branch 1, check out my branch to main again, then git pull origin main. This is a good practice to be very updated with your latest changes. Okay, I think you have understood this part as well. So what we have covered very important parts here: creating a project in your local and bound it to remote repository, then branching concepts I tried to cover, then I tried to explain you merging the code by two different ways, then how to resolve the conflicts by using two different ways, and now the last and least not least last and important thing is undoing changes. So most of the times the issue is you made a change but you want to revert back from the change. So I'll clear a terminal for you. Git branch, I'm on my main branch. So suppose I made a change, I changed this main to my branch 1. Okay, I'll just git add dot git status. I will now do. You can see this file is modified, but now this is added and I don't want this file here. I want my original version where it was not branch, it was main. I wanted that original version back, which I had covered in theory session also, like uh, it is very easier to backtrack using it. So I just wanted my original code version, latest the earlier version. What I can do is git reset. If I have one file, I can use the file name as index .html. This is going to reset this file only. But if I wanted to reset all the file changes which I have made, I'll just use git reset. But by doing that, the issue is it is not going to, it is just will be a procedure before the git add. It is not going to add, it just revert your git add. But you want to completely remove, you want your main thing here. So what you will do, git reset hyphen hyphen hard. So now you can see the main is back. This is how you are going to undo your changes. So this is the first change which we had just added, not committed. So I'll tell you how to revert a committed change. uh, Git add dot git commit hyphen m, and message is learning revert. Okay, now you have, just check your status, git status. There is nothing to commit, but you want your main back again. So I just told you for file 1, and if you have committed, you will use git reset. This is tilde, which is left side of one, tilde, sorry, head tilde 1. But similar thing, if you are going to enter, it is going to just revert the changes, but it will not be shown here. If you want the exact earlier version back, just use hyphen hyphen hard, enter. You can see your main is back again. It was even added and committed as well, but it is now back. So you might think, I made commit number 1, commit number 2, commit number 3, commit number 4. At commit number 4, I realized I want to go to commit number 1 again. So how I can go there? This is also a simple procedure. I'll just clear terminal for you. So you remember one thing, all the things which are going, we are going to commit, it is storing our code, it is taking the screenshot of our code as a one version. So all the commits are different kind of versions. So if you want to see what are your all commits and what are your all versions of your code, what you are going to do, just use command git log. So it is going to tell you what are your all commits which you have made. I'll just maximize it so you can see uh, where I use the command. I'm just, okay, git log. You can see my latest commit is this. Uh, just 1 second. Okay, this is my conflict example on GitHub. Then this is my something latest commit, because this was resolved on my PR by using my PR. So it added a like dummy name of commit, which is merge pull request, etc., etc. So suppose I want to go back to my this commit, conflict example of GitHub UI, or suppose I want to go to my more older conflict example on GitHub UI. I want to return to this commit. So how I can go there? I'll just hash copy this hash and just remember the name conflict example on GitHub UI and git pull request. These are the things. So or else what I can do, I'll just add 2 extra commits for you just to tell you how you can revert to your older commits. So just moving to the end, I will use q. Okay, git branch. I am on my main branch. So okay, I am going to add one paragraph tag, which is my suppose this is my base. I wanted to return to this. I'll do git add dot git commit hyphen m, and I want to change this to base. Okay. Then I added one more thing, p, and here commit 1. So again git add dot git commit hyphen m, commit 1, entered. Then have I pushed? No, I didn't push. Now I added one more thing, commit 2, commit 2. I'll add this thing as well, git add dot, and this is my commit number 2. Okay, so now I'll just clear it once again for you, just opening in git log. You can see On my git log I have latest commit as commit 2 which I recently made, then commit number 1, and then my uh, enter base commit. You can see now I wanted to return to my base commit. I just don't want these two things. I wanted to return to my base commit. So for this I will copy the hash of my base commit, copy this to go back from here, press q, and what is the exact command is git reset hyphen hyphen hard and your hash. So git reset hyphen hyphen hard and your hash, enter. Okay, you can see head is now at base. So I'll clear a terminal, and you can also see both the paragraph tags are not here. Again git log, and you can see after git log the first thing is base. So this is a very good thing that you can revert back to your older versions from version number 4 to your version number 1. You can revert from version number 100, version number 1000 to also version number 1. This is a beauty of git and github. So uh, I tried to cover all the basic sorry advanced part, because basic part was covered earlier in this video. I tried to cover all the advanced part. I'll just give you last and least summary, a very important summary. What I covered: I created an empty git repository, I bounded it to my local, so that you can get to know how you are going to create a project on local and you are going to add it to your remote. Then I told you how to create a branch, how to rename a branch, how to delete a branch. I told you how to merge two different branches, how to compare the changes between two different branches. Then I told you what are different two ways to merge the branches. The first one is you can do it by using your code editor or your terminal, or the second way is you can do it using creating PR, which is on your GitHub UI. Then I told you how conflicts are occurring, how to resolve the conflicts by these two methods: by creating a PR, by resolving conflicts on GitHub, or by cherry picking it on your VS Code. The thing which we did is called cherry picking. Then I told you how to undo your changes by the changes which are just added, the changes which are just committed, the changes which are post also can be handled. And git log is a very important command to track which commits, which versions are you made of your code. So this was the mostly important part which I was trying to cover in this complete section. I tried to cover the conclusion as well, and I think every important part, a basic beginner or a advanced person who is working exactly, they wanted to know about git and github. I think I have covered each and everything in this. So I hope you have liked the video. If you have any kind of comment or feedback, just put it in my comment section, or you can connect with me on my LinkedIn account. And for any kind of feedback, I'm always open. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are till here, if you have not watched the earlier video, just go on my channel and watch that. So thank you so much for watching this video once again, and have a great day. Thank you.